I don't know if you can see this, but right out of this pit, they're either huge eagles or massive ravens, but I see two of them up there. Right in this area. Really big birds. It really just adds to the effect of the pit. Like, I'm down in it, but I'm seeing these, hearing and seeing weird stuff. Now the wind's kind of picking up. It's a little chillier. I was down there earlier. Now I'm in about the middle section, and the wind's kind of picking up. I mean, it's built on the edge of a cliff, which almost makes it have like the feel of like an infinity pool. Kind of cuts off, and then all you see is straight out. That way, there's some mountains. Giant, almost like a valley, straight, and then a view straight to the mountains. This way, Mount Rainier. Gives you a lot to reflect on. So, okay, I went up one layer out of the earthwork, out of Johnson's pit, and now I can hear frogs in the background. It's winter time, and there's tons of frogs. I'm starting to think that every level kind of has a different effect. Possibly every level has a different sound. You hear different frequencies from outside of the pit. Because down below I heard birds. Right here I hear frogs. And I'm kind of curious to see what happens one more up. Well, up here it's a lot windier. And you kind of, as you come out of the pit, you almost feel like you're coming back to the normal world, the real world. You start at the bottom and you kind of feel isolated. As you work your way up, you're almost introduced to more of the world's elements. And by the time you're up top, back up to your car, it's almost like you're back to where you were, but you kind of were able to reflect on stuff. It almost feels like you're being, I feel like the meaning is almost like birth and sacrifice. You start at the bottom. Well, maybe that's the point. It's a piece of art, so maybe it can be whatever it needs to be for you. I mean, maybe that's the piece. I mean, art is what you make it. So possibly this was built for one reason, but because it's art, it can become anything you need it to be. But like great art, it does make you think and reflect. It's definitely cool. I can guarantee you probably won't see anything like this. Definitely worth checking out. Okay, so earlier I had said that I don't think that these were the trees that he wanted painted with tar, but actually after looking at them, I think they are the original art piece things, because if you look, they're kind of blackened. So these are the trees that he intended to be here, which is kind of interesting that they did leave it. I couldn't tell. I should have realized that it was the stuff that goes with the art piece. Pretty cool. There's also a dock, or not a dock, but it seems like a dock over here, just sitting. It must have been a water flow that went through. But that's definitely cool. The little dock to walk over, and it almost takes you into the pit. A lot of cool components to this. A lot of stuff to look at, analyze, think about. This is pretty cool. Almost makes you feel like you're walking through a... Man, that's a huge hawk. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. It's a massive bird. Crazy bird. But yeah, definitely cool. This feels like you're walking to like there should be water in here, and this is a dock. It just takes you straight out to the valley, like you can just float out. Pretty sweet.